Hey everyone. So I think we can all agree that eating healthy at college can be a very difficult task. I know personally every day I'm bombarded by offers of free campus food, friends that encourage me to go binge drinking with them every weekend, and a dining hall that's literally all you can eat, and the food is of questionable health for sure. Combine that with an increased workload, lots of stress, and limited cooking options, and eating healthy at college, at least for me, has become quite the difficult task. I remember freshman year, I kind of stopped paying attention to my eating habits, and as the months went on, I looked down over Christmas break and I was like, oh, I got some extra cushion. Since that day, I've set some guidelines for myself on how to eat healthy at college that have served me really well throughout the years and have allowed me to maintain a healthy body and mind going through my college experience. So today I'm going to share what's worked for me so that hopefully you can take away some value as well. Hi, so if you don't know me, my name is Jacob, and I would definitely describe myself as a health nut. I just love the process of working out, eating healthy, and the way it makes me feel throughout the day. And while it's not always easy, especially being a college student when you're really busy, I've found that it's absolutely worth it. And it really helps to have a few guidelines to set for yourself so that you can eat healthy even in difficult situations. Through these 5 guidelines, I've been able to reap the rewards of a healthy body, feel energetic and confident. So today I'm going to count down those 5 guidelines that have served me so well in college. The first guideline I follow is that I always have healthy snacks on standby. So I find that personally, a lot of my unhealthy eating in college comes from inconvenience. Whenever I'm staying up late to study for an exam or going out with friends or simply am in an area that doesn't have access to healthy food, that's when I'm actually most likely to cheat and eat unhealthy. And this kind of sucks because it's not always that I want to eat unhealthy or that I really want to cheat, but it's mostly just because I don't have healthy food on hand available for me. That's why after that freshman year incident, I have committed myself to always carrying a healthy snack on me wherever I go. Even if I don't think I'm going to be hungry or it's inconvenient, I found that always having a healthy snack on standby has saved my life numerous times. Some of my favorite snacks that have worked out well for me are 1, protein bars. My personal favorite are RX bars or Quest bars because they're healthy and they don't taste like crap like a lot of protein bars out there. Another go-to for me is fruit. I like to just steal some from the dining hall and then take them back with me. Super portable, especially if you get fruits with skins in them like bananas or oranges. Very convenient and healthy. Also, if I want to splurge a bit, I do love some beef jerky. So I like getting some higher quality jerky and always carrying it in my bag. And the last snack that saved me are peanuts or almonds. Super convenient, super portable. If you get like the bold blue diamond almonds, they taste really good too. And they're good for you. These snacks are not a gourmet experience and they definitely don't taste as good as like Red Hot Cheetos, but I found that they've saved my life numerous times and they give me the energy to push through long study sessions, long workouts, whatever I'm going through. Having a healthy snack on standby is an absolute must for students who want to eat healthy. Now the number 2 guideline I've implemented in my life is to only drink once a week. Now this might be an unpopular one because drinking is a lot of fun. I mean, when we're in college, we want to go out, we want to have new experiences. We want to take advantage of our weekends, especially if we work really hard during the week. But I found that by limiting my excessive drinking to 1 night a week, I've been able to maintain a healthy body while still having fun. Like, I remember the day I found out that a Four Loko had 660 calories in it, and I remember thinking to myself, I was like, wow, now there's 2 good reasons to not drink Four Lokos. It really is an unfortunate aspect of life that alcohol is so bad for us. Like the average beer has like 125 calories and the average mixed drink has like 200 calories. So if you go out twice a week and you're getting drunk every time, you're consuming a lot of empty calories. I broke it down and if you drink 1,000 calories a night, 2 nights a week for 52 weeks, that's almost like 25 pounds of body fat or an extra calories that you're drinking every weekend just from alcohol. So I'm not saying that you can't have fun, but limiting your excessive drinking to 1 night a week is an absolute game changer. Not to mention the rewards you reap from not being hungover every night. Now the number 3 guideline I've implemented in my dietary habits are intermittent fasting. Now intermittent fasting was like a big buzzword a couple years ago, but I found that it actually has served me really well in my eating habits. As college students, our schedules can sometimes be, well, let's say hectic. Late night cram sessions, going out with friends, doing intramural sports. There's lots of disruptions to my schedule, and it's not always convenient to sit down and have like a full meal for lunch. That's where intermittent fasting has come in handy. It's basically taking longer breaks of not eating and then condensing your eating to a shortened window. There's like different types of intermittent fasting. Some of the most popular are 16-8, where you fast for 16 hours and then you limit your eating to an 8-hour window. There's another version that's 24, which is the same, but except the fasted window is 20 hours and your eating window is 4. But there's also other types as well. Like I know a popular version is called 5-2 fasting, where you eat normally for 5 days and then 2 of those days you just completely don't eat. Because there's so many varieties, it can be a little intimidating to decide where to start. I recommend just experimenting and seeing what works for you. I personally like the 16-8 method because it still allows me to be flexible, but it also gives me the time to reset my body, my digestive system, and because you limit your eating to within those 8 hours, you actually consume less calories. And not only that, it also has like a host of other benefits as well, like reducing aging and helping your joints. I remember listening to a longevity expert named Dr. David Sinclair, who said that intermittent fasting can actually reverse your biological clock and do all sorts of health wonders for you. So, even if you're not looking to shed pounds, intermittent fasting is definitely something to look into. And I think it works out great for college students because we have such a busy schedule. Limiting our eating to a certain window is very convenient and also good for your health. Now, the fourth habit that I've implemented is educating myself on the macronutrients of food through apps like MyFitnessPal. When we go to the dining hall, we can't just go up and ask the lunch lady,
"Hey, what's the macro breakdown of the jerk chicken?"
It's extremely hard to know what the portions and the actual nutrients in some of our foods are when we're not cooking it ourselves. That's where I found that macronutrient tracking apps like MyFitnessPal can be an absolute game changer, both for educating yourself and tracking your macronutrients if that's what you're into. So macronutrients are the 3 main types of nutrients. They are protein, carbohydrates, and fats. And for everybody and their weight loss or weight gain goals, there's like an optimal mix of those 3 that you want to be eating every day. MyFitnessPal lets you enter in food and even scan barcodes, and it will tell you the macronutrient breakdown of the foods. And I found that just by generally educating myself on which foods are more calorically dense and the general macronutrient breakdown of certain foods, I've been able to get a high level idea of how healthy a food is and just keep kind of like a running tally in my head of how much I'm eating throughout the day. And I found that it's really worked wonders in making sure that I don't extremely under or overeat. Now I know there's like a big rabbit hole you can go down with tracking your macros like a gym bro, and it can kind of lead to like eating disorder kind of behaviors. So you don't have to go all out with this one. But just like generally educating yourself and finding out more about the food you're eating, I found has been massively beneficial in improving my health. And the last and final tip I've done to eat healthier in my life is simply to implement some stress management tools in my life. Whenever we're cramming for a big exam or we have a big presentation coming up, I found myself getting like really tense and worked up. And I found that just by stopping for a minute and allowing myself to take a deep breath can do wonders for relieving my stress. I don't know about you, but I am like a huge stress eater. Like the moment that I start to get that tightness, I start reaching for like peanut butter crackers or just like unhealthy food in general. So by controlling my stress and implementing some measures to kind of reduce it has actually allowed me to make healthier options when I am feeling out of sorts. Some things I love to do are meditate at night if I have time. I know it's like a little woo-woo and weird, but just like sitting down and trying not to think about things for a little bit can work wonders when your mind is racing. I also try to read at night. I found that it actually really helps me relax, so that even if I've had like a stressful day and I have all this like pent up energy, just by like sitting down and forcing myself to read an actual book is like a great way to wind down and calm down. Other than that, if I find myself getting stressed, like I said, taking a deep breath in and out can actually really just help reset your mind and allow you to make better decisions, because I know some of you out there are like me and love to eat when they're stressed. And those are my 5 tips. For being real here, eating healthy in college is an absolute bitch. Like there's just so many things that work against us to eat a healthy diet, but at the same time eating healthy is so important because we're in such an important part of our lives. Because we have so much riding on college and because we have so many important things to do, it's more important than ever to have a healthy body and a healthy mind, because having our health is one of the biggest things we can do to improve our learning, improve our attitude and just our happiness in life, improve our energy levels, and just like our overall well-being. And like I said, we're all human. We're not gonna be perfect. We can't eat healthy all the time. But if you can take even one of these guidelines and apply it to your own life in a useful way that works for you, then you'll be so much better off than you were if you didn't implement any of them. The biggest thing for healthy eating is finding what works for you. Please take any of these guidelines if you found them useful, but customize them to your own life. Make them work for you. Because at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is find something that's sustainable and something we can stick with. And if it doesn't work for you, it's going to be really hard to stick with it. So experiment, see what works for you, and hopefully you can reap the rewards of a healthy body like I've been able to after my freshman year. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll really enjoy some of my other videos. I talk a lot about my life as a data science major at Duquesne University. I talk about college lifestyle and like a bunch of other cool stuff. Otherwise, peace out. Happy eating.